How are you today?
You doing good, sir?
Good. We're going to be going over a couple of fitness assessments, testing over cardiovascular, and also testing the wrist and the heart blood pressure. We're going to go upstairs first to check out a couple of things. I'm going to have some paperwork for you to fill out. Once we get up here, I'll have you have a seat right here. We will go over these forms right here I have for you. I have a Part Q form for you, and I also have a informed consent form for you. I'll have you sit right here, sir.
Yes, sir.
For this Part Q form, I'll have you to fill out first. This Part Q form is just a physical activity readiness questionnaire. And for this, it's just a couple of questions on here about simple family history, anything I may need to know about you, if we have any problems with the test, anything that I may need to stop. So if you can just go ahead and check off on there for me and then sign off, that'll be it for me. Next, we'll have this informed consent form. I also have a copy right here for you as well. So with this, I'm going to go through the whole paper for you. In order to assess cardiovascular function, body composition, and other physical fitness components, the undersigned hereby voluntarily consent to engage in one or more of the following tests. So we have cardiovascular exercise test, body composition test, muscular fitness test, flexibility, and also balance test. Right here under the explanation of the project, students in the Exercise 2320 Fitness Assessment course in the Exercise and Sports Science Department will evaluate pre-screening documents to determine risk factors for heart disease as well as to certain cardiovascular strength training exercise. With the supervision of the instructor, student will conduct a battery of assess for decline. Students also interpret the results from their fitness assessment. Next, we'll have the risks and discomforts for this. During the assessment portion or the exercise portion, physiological changes will occur to the normal acute response. However, in certain cases, these changes can include abnormal blood pressure response, faint, irrelated of heartbeat, and heart attack. Every effort is made to minimize these occurrences. Emergency equipment and trained personnel are available to handle these situations should they occur. There is a risk of muscle pulls and also strains as well as spraining a ligament during the exercise prescription. In addition, you may experience muscle soreness 24 to 48 hours after the exercise session. These risks will be minimized by performing a warm-up exercise prior to the workout sessions, teaching proper techniques, and applying the progressive and principal overload. If muscle soreness occurs, appropriate stretches, exercises to relieve their soreness will be demonstrated. We'll have the expected benefits for the assessment from prescription. The fitness testing allows us to assess your physical working capacity and also appraise your physical fitness stature. The results are used to prescribe a safe, sound exercise program for you. Records are kept strictly confident unless you are consented to release this information. The benefits for the students are immeasurable. They will also be taken up for the knowledge gained in the pre-substance courses, plus the knowledge gained during these courses to apply the knowledge to you. Your feedback is vital to our growth. Right here we have the inquiries on the next page, sir. Questions about your procedures used in this fitness testing period are encouraged as well as the prescriptions faced in this project. If you have any questions or need any additional information, please do not hesitate to ask your trainer, which is me, sir, or a direct comment or a question to the instructor of record. Photo and videotape release. I understand that photos and or videos may be taken during your session strictly for educational purpose, and we will only be viewed by the students assigned to me and the instructor of the record. I understand that I may also request these photos or videotapes at the end of the course. If my video is chosen to be used for educational purposes to the class, my permission will be obtained prior to the class session. Freedom of consent and waiver of release. Your permission to participate in this fitness test is strictly voluntary. You are free to stop the assessment or prescription at any point if you desire. For myself and all my hirees, personnel, representatives, successors, and assigns, or any other personal claiming by or through me, I do hereby waive, release, and replenish in all claims, demands, causes, actions, liabilities, cost of expenses, including but not limited to attorney fees, all in foregoing being referred to collectively as claims against UTA, the Exercise and Sports Science Department, the instructors of record and or students enrolled in Exercise 2320, which are associated with or raised out of or any manner are related to. My participation with the Exercise 2320 course during the spring 2020 semester. Miscellaneous. photocopy of this document shall be deemed to be an original. Before I sign this document, I was given the opportunity to read it. I have signed this document freely and voluntarily on the date set forth below. I certainly that I am at least 18 years of age. I have read this form carefully and fully understood the procedures that I will perform and risks and discomforts that may be involved. Knowing the risks and having the opportunity to ask questions, I consent to participation in the above described activities and release the student and the instructor of record from liability. So if you can go ahead and just sign off there, right there for me. All right, thank you for that, sir. Now that we've got through with the Part Q and the informed consent, I'm going to explain to you how our heart rate test should go, resting heart rate. So for finding resting heart rate, we usually check right here on the wrist where we have the radial artery, we have the branchial artery right here, and we also have the carotid artery. So right here, normally when you test, you'll have right here or your neck for checking. When checking resting heart rate, 60 to 100 beats per minute is considered normal. If it's above 100 beats per minute, we call it tachycardia. If it's below 60 beats per minute, we call it bradycardia. Usually in athletes or people that are in fitness individuals, we'll see that they have below 60, and for them that is acceptable. And so for you, I'm going to go ahead and start out with the resting heart rate. I'm going to use my 2 fingers to palpate for you. And palpate just means I'm just going to feel for your nerve or your pulse just to find where it's at. We'll start off with a minute. Do you mind if I see your timer? So we'll start off with a minute right here, and we'll go ahead and relax your hands. Just relax for me. During this time, it will be quiet for me and you so I can feel and hear for the pulse. And so whenever I find this artery, we'll start. Okay, so that ends our test there. I got you at 74 beats. According to that, that is a normal test for you, sir. I'd like to thank you for coming in today. I'm going to jot down that information over here for me with your test results. And we will continue to finish the test on later on. Thank you for stopping in.
For sure.